Jooseop, I want to welcome you to the Cwmni Bach studio. This is where we've been doing our podcast for the past 2 to 3 years. And you are a very special, esteemed guest here at T. John Penry with the Union of Welsh Independence. So welcome, croeso to begin with. How are you finding Wales?
Always when I return to Wales, the feeling like coming back to home. The Korean people, they like very much songs, poems, and also we are very emotional people. Maybe that's why we are good in K-pops and K-dramas. So I found some similarity with the Welsh people. You like songs, cultures, paintings, poems. So I love it. I mean, and also this beautiful scenery, beautiful people.
I know at this time it's very wet outside and it's quite stormy, but you're very welcome here. You've come from Singapore, from the CWM central office, the head office. Having come from Singapore, do you have a message for us here in Wales and in Europe?
Maybe I must say, coming from South Korea rather than Singapore, although I work in Singapore, but I have a strong identity as a Korean. I don't know whether you like the Korean drama. In Netflix, there is very famous Korean drama, which was the winner of some American award called the Squid Game.
Squid Game, yes, it's very famous here. Yeah.
One of the concept in Squid Game is about what it means to be a human, and then Squid Game is challenging, a very significant message, because the game divides humanity, those people who are valuable to be existed and who are useless to be existed. Then there is a kind of competition to survive, and then those people who are not valuable to be existed, they call it surplus humanity. But I think this is totally against of Christian faith. The Christian faith, we believe that each of us, we are the valuable people in the eye of God, because we have been created in God's image. God was so happy to create and give a birth of each one of us. Therefore, in God's eyes, there is no surplus humanity, whether we have a job or not, whether we have family or not, where we have a normal body or disabled body, what kind of orientation we have. God loves each one of us. There is no one who is not valuable or useful in God's family. That message, maybe from the country who produced Squid Game, I wanted to share with you. And so, although the churches is declining in this soil and Europe, but I think mission is significant because God himself so loved us, and he made himself nothing and then came to earth to be with us, to be our friend. Therefore, we are not alone. The Jesus Christ, Son of God, is our friend. Even he is serving us to cleaning our feet, to stay with us together. Therefore, I think we need to take a courage to share the good news provided by Jesus Christ, not to be ashamed of it. For me, I'm very proud of that. I'm working for mission, and also my job is sharing the stories of Christians, how we become useful and valuable as a co-worker of God's plan. Yeah.
Thank you for that. I think in this global atmosphere that we live in at the moment, present times, we don't hear this message enough, I think. So you're giving us the gift of self-worth as people, and that we are all God's children.
I would like to talk that what I learned from Welsh churches in particular in the work of World Mission, and how the Welsh churches contribute to the current formation of the Council for World Mission. First of all, because I'm Korean from far away from Britain, so I thought the all people are British, and also I couldn't recognize difference between English, Scottish, Irish, Welsh. But the Welsh people, they have a unique perspective to see the empire. Empire not as a kind of only political entity, but empire, structure, system, ideology to oppress others. In that sense, the Welsh spirituality of being independent, not only in the churchy terms, but independent life. I am the owner of my life. So that helped me to understand the history of British Empire, why we need to resist against the imperialism of empire. Secondly, this non-conformist approach. I mean, I understood more theologically about what it means by being the resistor to the empire, but the Welsh spirit for the liberation of your life and your people and your culture shaped the current Council for World Mission. Then the Welsh missionaries, I don't know how much you know about them, and whether you feel any shame or proud of it, but most of the Welsh missionaries, they went to the far corners of the world, to the marginalized communities, and they work for the emancipation of slaves. They work for the education. They work for the development of local language and so on. So they made a remarkable contribution actually toward the liberation of the oppressed in the mission field. So maybe not only Welsh, but most of missionaries, they also made some mistake, bringing some imperial culture to the people in Asia and Africa. But we also equally fair to recognize that all the sacrifice and the contribution they made, the Welsh missionaries made in a most difficult areas of mission work. So in that sense, the Welsh churches, UWI especially, contributed a lot the current shape of the Council for World Mission, a kind of post-colonial mission organization. And also we have decolonized the London Missionary Society as an equal and a mutual community of churches in mission.
So tell people, tell us about the Council for World Mission today. How do you see your work?
There was some kind of the reflection that what has been our achievement, and also at the same time mistake and wrongdoings during the colonial missionary enterprise by the time of 1970s. Then those church leaders who sent missionaries to Asia, Africa, and Pacific from Britain and Europe, and also those churches who started by the London Missionary Society, we gathered together in Singapore in 1975, and then they decided together to close the door of London Missionary Society and to reorganize, reinvent the London Missionary Society as the Council for World Mission. the first principle of newborn organization was the equality. There is any longer sending churches and receiving churches in mission. So mission became multi-directional movement from everywhere to everywhere. If you look at now, we have our mission partners from Taiwan and Korea and from Ghana to work in London, as well as we have some people from the UK working in Fiji. So this kind of multi-directional movement was unimaginable during the colonial days. Secondly, during those days, mission work has been done by missionary society and missionaries. But now in the new council, our member churches, UWI in the context of Wales, doing God mission in your own context, not dictated by the others. During the London Missionary Society times, the missionary society dictated us what to do to carry out mission. But now, our member churches, they decide by themselves and they carry on their mission plan. However, the partnership is very important. I mean, there is a tale in India. The blind person touched an elephant, and then those person who touched the tail of elephant described elephant like a snake, and then who touched the leg described elephant like a pillar. But the only way to understand the total shape of elephant, like a mosaic painting, they have to bring together these pieces of touches to understand the real shape of the elephant. I think God's mission is like that. No one, we can claim that we know everything about God. If someone believes that, he's not human any longer. He become or she become God itself. Therefore, in the council, we are trying to bring our own mission understanding on the round table on an equal basis. And then we are trying to paint a kind of mosaic painting to learn together what is God's will on earth, in the world, and how we can participate in God's work. And then lastly, with this equality and mutuality, the sharing resources, sharing people, sharing our insight is a main methodology to carry out our mission. Mission is all about the encounter of God's people. And you are from Wales, I'm from South Korea. But we are meeting here in Swansea together, and we share our life and stories, and also how the gospel is important to shape our family and life. So these kind of sharing stories make us to see the vision of God. So therefore, this the sharing is really important in the newborn Council for World Mission. Now it became 50 years, so we will gather together 2028 here in Wales to reflect that about our 50 years journey of sharing, partnership and equality, whether they are still relevant or we need to re-envision for the future of our mission work. So through the CWM Assembly in Wales 2028, we pray that we can reimagine mission in the future coming years. Yes.
Thank you so much. It's important that we in Wales, a small country, know that we are part of something bigger, but that we also have something to contribute, that it's a two-way street between all of us. 36 churches throughout the world are part of the Council for World Mission family. I think it's so wonderful that we are part of this global, multilingual, choir of voices together. Thank you so much for coming to visit us here today. It's been an honour. And I hope you come again. Well, I know you're going to come again when we celebrate in 2028 in Wales, the family of God throughout the world. But for now, Jooseop Keum, thank you so much for your company.
Thank you for your hospitality and kind invitation to Wales.